Chicago Bears get a fun pick for Justin Fields in the offense. They draft running back Roschon Johnson out of Texas with the 115th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears draft reaction video, which I'll be doing after every single draft pick that the Bears make today. And I like this pick, okay? Even though I was hoping for Chase Brown, as an Illinois fan, obviously I'm a big Illinois fan, so I was hoping for Chase Brown, watching him so much over the past few years, but based on what I've seen out of Roschon Johnson and based on what people are saying about him, I think this could be a damn good pick as well for the Bears. Even though he was a backup running back in college, but he was playing behind the best running back in the country, obviously Bijan Robinson. So it wasn't like a knock on him that he was a backup because he was playing behind a guy that talented, so he had to work behind him. But anywhere else, probably Roschon Johnson could have been a starting running back just based on how productive he was when he actually did get the football in his hands. Okay, he had 6.0 yards per carry for the Texas Longhorns last year, and the Bears did have somewhat of a need at running back, not a big glaring need because we already had Khalil Herbert and D'Onta Foreman and Travis Homer as well, but Foreman and Homer are only on one-year deals, and Herbert is not shown enough as a pass protector and as a pass catcher to maybe be in every down back, right? So you needed to add an all-around back in the NFL draft, and we did that with this pick because Roschon Johnson is an all-around running back, okay? He's a good pass catcher, he's a good pass blocker especially too, and he's going to help out the Chicago Bears offense a lot. So I really like this pick in the 4th round of the draft. Let's talk more about what he's going to bring exactly to the Chicago Bears. So looking at the athletic traits first of all, so he's 6'3", weighs 225 pounds, really good size and good height for the running back position. You like guys that are a little bit taller and bigger to be your RB1, and he does have that height and that weight, so that's pretty good. If you look at his explosion, pretty decent explosion. Did not test good in the vertical, but I'm sure he's not going to be jumping too much as a running back, right? So that's fine. The speed is decent. It's not high-end speed. He's not one of the fastest running backs in this class, obviously, but he does have really good acceleration. You can see in the 10-yard split, he tested really good. So maybe he does not have good long speed, but the burst, the acceleration, the agility is there, and you can see that on tape. That's why he averaged 6.0 yards per carry last year for the Texas Longhorns. According to PFF, one of the best running backs in the country last year, obviously as a backup, so, playing alongside Bijan Robinson definitely helped, but that's what he's going to be with the Chicago Bears as well, at least at first. He's not going to be the main back, most likely. He's going to be sharing carries with a guy like D'Onta Foreman, with a guy like Khalil Herbert, so as an RB2, as an RB3, and maybe eventually being an RB1, I think this could be, again, a good pick for the Bears because you can never go wrong adding more running backs to your rotation with how the shelf life of running backs is just so small in this league, okay? You see running backs just completely falling off a cliff after the rookie contract, so I do like adding a running back in the mid-rounds here and adding a running back that does have, what we are looking for in the zone blocking scheme because Roschon Johnson has really good vision in the open field. You see him being patient at the line of scrimmage, waiting for the holes to open up, and he goes through the right lane because he is a pretty smart football player. He waits for the blocking to develop in front of him. So, for this Bears offense that does require the ability to be smart in terms of what lane you're cutting through, he's going to be a fantastic fit in that regard, and he does have the agility to make those cuts, to make those moves. So again, maybe not the most, he's not going to hit home runs for you for the Chicago Bears. He's probably not going to go off for 70, 80-yard touchdowns, but a 6-yard run here, a 10-yard run there, a 15-yard run there, it adds up into being a very productive player. I mean, even as a backup, he was pretty productive at Texas, and he has great power to his game as well because he is built like that. He's taller and stronger, so he can actually, hit you hard and bulldoze people while he's running down the field, and his agility in the open field is pretty fantastic as well. I saw this guy change direction on a dime multiple times at Texas, on tape, which, again, for being a guy that did not test extremely well, he tested pretty good, but he did not test crazy good. I think he plays better, than he tested, which, you'd like to see because some players are like that. And, when the pads are on, this guy actually does have what it takes to be a really good running back. And talking about his abilities as a pass protector, he is one of the best pass protecting backs in this class, which I really like because we all know that Khalil Herbert cannot pass protect for shit. I mean, he's a horrible pass protector. The last 2 years, he's been a big liability as a pass protector, so you can never think of him as an every down back for that reason because when he's on the football field, it makes your offense so predictable because he's not going to be able to pass block, so we're probably running the football when Khalil Herbert is on the field. But a guy like Roschon Johnson, who is a really good pass blocker, he has good technique, he, is strong, and he has good arm length too, so the ability to pass protect cleanly is going to keep him on the field for a 3rd down he can actually be on the field every single down for the Bears. And as a pass catcher, he also showed the ability to run routes and be a pretty reliable pass catcher, not suffering any drops really, not too many drops in college football. So all around a really, really solid back. Let me read you guys his stats now from the last 4 years at Texas. So again, playing behind Bijan Robinson a lot, but you guys can see freshman year, 649 rushing yards, 418 after that, 569 the year after that. Then last year he had 554 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns, 128 receiving yards. So you can see he did make plays in the receiving game as well. And the yards per carry is crazy, guys. Like 6.0 yards per carry, one of the most efficient running backs in all of football. And again, playing behind Bijan Robinson does help to some extent because he had fresher legs, but it's also that's a positive for the Bears because he has fresher legs. So he's not going to be as tired as other running backs in this class. Like I brought up Chase Brown. I mean, Chase Brown has so much wear and tear on his shoulders because we gave him the ball like every single snap at Illinois. So we're getting a fresher running back, a guy whose best football is obviously ahead of him. He got overlooked because he played behind the best running back in the country. So this is just a really good pick by the Bears in terms of value, right? Because I saw Roschon Johnson going in like round 3 in many mock drafts. We got him in early round 4, so maybe not like a crazy value finding, but we did also get a 5th round pick in trading back with the Saints to draft Roschon Johnson. So, getting that 5th round pick is pretty huge because this class is, pretty deep in the middle where you probably can't find another, maybe starter or a guy to develop with that 5th round pick as well. So you have to take that into account as well when judging this pick. So you're getting a guy here that's tough, that's physical, that's smart, only had 1 fumble throughout his entire college career as well, which is pretty big. So another guy that does not cough the ball up too much, which I know that Eberflus and the staff really value. So it just makes a lot of sense for what the Bears were looking for in the scheme and, the need that they had at RB2, RB3, and a guy that maybe could be RB1 down the road. You never know with these mid-round running backs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I saw a lot of Bears fans happy about this pick because they thought that he was undervalued at Texas and he got overlooked because he played behind such a dominant running back in Bijan Robinson. But on tape, he played really, really good. Like he has what it takes to maybe be an every down back for the Bears and, give the Bears a really good rushing attack next year again, because obviously we got rid of Dave Montgomery, our RB1 for the past 4 years. So replacing him with Deontay Foreman, with this guy, Roschon Johnson, I think our rushing game still could be pretty damn fantastic next year again, especially with the threat of Justin Fields running with the football as well, which hopefully we're not going to do as much as last year because obviously we want to be passing the football a lot more this year. But again, adding a guy like Roschon Johnson who can pass protect and catch the ball out of the backfield, that's going to be helping out Justin Fields as well. So again, leave your comments down below, but as always, bear down.